So here for German 5, we've got Certified G on the Oracle, Bad Boy the stand-in playing on the Medusa, Buch on the Kunkka, and then we have a Slarky Malarkey, he's played by Nox, and then finally the off-lane Tidehunter is going to be Sogard. 14 Bad English on the Radiant side. We've got Pone playing the Faceless Void. Juggernaut will handle Zoo. Ursa, played by the Beast. Ogre McGee. That's going to be Cat 3X. And then finally Skywrath Mage. He's played by Messi here. Probably Lionel Messi.
30 seconds to battle.
So we are just about ready to get started. And teams are kind of posing around on the top rune right now. Not really scouting each other out too much. They just see each other. There was an Ursa scout out over at bottom. So Oracle runs right over to the rune, being very aggressive, but not really expecting the Radiant side to be there at all. So they're going to go for a wraparound. Nox. He kind of goes around Pone a little bit. Okay, Jug goes for the spin. He's doing quite a bit of damage to Book, but he is pretty tanky. The Torrent, it hits a little bit, and the first blood, it goes to Messi as he cleans it up with the Arcane Orb. And I think they might even get Bad Boy. Bad Boy goes in the trees, but it's not nearly enough. Zoo, very low. I don't think that Certified G is going to really be even close to doing enough. And he has gone for the Purge. Maybe could have faced a little bit more mana, forced a bit more mana from Zoo, but it's fine. And he is going to have to be worried about the snake right now. Luckily the Medusa missed uphill, but if he's going in that low, he's going to have to be very careful.
Face it, you're a loser.
And he's going to immediately get the healing sub. It's perfectly fine for him to pick that up. He is, well, he did get some help in the first blood and got another kill, so he has plenty of gold at this point. And yeah, regen is definitely needed against Medusa, who just keeps throwing out snakes, and eventually the snakes will do quite a bit to Jug. At top, Cat 3X, he's contesting Certified G a little bit with the jungle pooling. But they both should be fine. Ogre's incredibly tanky, and the Oracle doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He's probably not deciding to smack her. Kunkka comes over. The Purge is going to hit. They have a Torrent, and it's going to be on the mark. Slark is ready. He's got the pounce available. Maybe he decides to jump on it. In fact, he does. Cat 3X taking a lot of damage, getting very low. He is going to have to back out eventually. He goes in the trees, trying to juke it out, but he is going to die first. Now, Faceless Void, he's trying to go around here. Nox, one more hit. It will happen. And now Certified G trying to back up this. They're going to be a bash. No bash this time, and it's going to take a lot of hits for him to get the Oracle down. So he gets one on the Booth, and he'll keep hitting him. And, well, Skywrath Mage has gone over to the mid lane, trying to take down the Tidehunter. Tidehunter gets, well, holds the Anchor Smash for a little bit more. And, playing with the vision a little bit there. Didn't see the Tidehunter. A bit of a missed opportunity, but it's still harassing the Tidehunter away from the lane, and it gives Ursa a lot more space.
Gold for me.
Yeah. Medusa not having the most fun time over at mid. Jug at level 4 right now. She's at level 3, almost level 4, but still going to take a bit. Over at top, Nox finds Skywrath Mage in the jungle, manages to hit the leap, gets the kill. A very squishy hero that is pretty easy for him to get kills on.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ursa's pushing a little bit. He's up to the tower, doing a little bit of damage to it, but he doesn't really want to fully push on it right now. He does want to focus on his last hits, make sure that he gets some good farm. It's really his main goal here right now. They put the slow on Nox. They really need a bash, but they're not going to find it just yet. But look how much damage the Void actually does. Like 72 at this point, and he has Bloodlust on him. That's a bit of a scary purple guy to be trying to fight against. Juggernaut's still doing fairly well against Medusa. Medusa held to 16 last hits. Juggernaut's at 22. has a bit of an advantage in the lane. He's getting towards his Omni Slash, and Medusa really doesn't have too many levels right now. Just 2 in the Snake and the Mana Shield. He's going to go for a spin a little bit. Let's just check it out a little bit more. Wants to dodge some of the damage. And what does he have on the Courier? It's a Clarity and the Wraith Band. So he knew that he was getting some mana regen in as well. So you may as well use it. Use it or lose it. Ursa held in place a little bit, gets hit by the Torrent, and he's getting a lot of damage done to him. Doesn't have his ultimate just yet. He's trying to chase down the Oracle. She will get slowed down, but he's brought back with the X, and well, he's going to have to turn and try to kill something, but it's not going to matter. Certified G finishes off the kill with his with the help of Kunkka, and Kunkka actually gets the last hit there. Messy, now he's trying to back away, but this Torrent into false, or no, it's a Purge into the Torrent. Is a bit of a difficult combo for the Radiant to be playing against right now, especially when Ursa doesn't have in range at all. It's slow now on the booth. Ursa is here. They do not have any sense because Ogre has no mana. So a bit of a lost opportunity there, but at least they force the Kunkka away from the lane. Kunkka getting some levels on the map. He's at level 3, almost level 4 right now. And he's doing fairly well, very tanky. Right now the burst damage and magic damage for the Bad English game team, jeez. The team Bad English, they don't really have enough to deal with the Kunkka right now, so they just need to wait up. Juggernaut just trying to clear out the wave, being a bit aggressive, but again he has the Clarity and lots of items on the Courier. Decides to use the healing word as well. Take him up to full health fairly well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ursa, he's up to level 6 right now, has the phase boots, and I'm assuming we'll be working towards the the Morbid Mask and a Blink Dagger fairly soon. Messy gets the double damage rune taken away from him. Book can't get in range for a Torrent, or actually doesn't know where to put it. Was losing vision there after the Oracle went away. So decide that there are better things to do than waste his mana on Skywrath Mage and go somewhere else.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right now, both teams, they're pretty even. There's lots of stacks right now for the Dire side. German 5 being very efficient on the map, taking 3 stacks on the Ancients, and I guess that's 4 for this hard camp, and they'll get another one. Lots of things for the Tidehunter clear. Make sure that he's going to have some good farm at an Arcane Boots right now. So he's just very slowly working towards it, getting some good farm. But right now, all of Team Bad English, they are outlaning German 5 pretty heavily. A little bit of a pause here. As of now, there hasn't been a whole lot going on in this game. Just kind of hanging around, lasting some creeps. Trying not to die, which some people are good at. Some people, not so much. They're not as adept as at not dying. Wow, that's like a terrible sentence. They're not as adept at not dying as they could be. But we're still looking for a first tower. Medusa lineup should be fairly passive, especially when they don't have a Drow Ranger on their side. It's a lot of raindrops on Oracle. Like 2 full 5 stacks of raindrops, that's quite a bit. And I guess it helps out against the Skywrath Mage. Maybe the Ogre Magi a little bit. Oracle really wants to stay around the map to try to get some levels.
How many Am I holding up?
So the Radiant are smoked up. They're gonna walk into the jungle. Oracle's kind of hanging out there. Should probably be a kill. And well, tries to TP away. They do have vision. In fact, they do manage to get the stun off. And well, Juggernaut's just gonna go for the stack of hard camp right here. We'll see if the Dire side are able to contest it at all. But he's just backing up. A little bit of dewarding there as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
Medusa decides to range over, runs right into an Ogre Magi, and well, Book puts down the X and Torrent. He'll get put up into the air. He's not taking a whole lot of damage from it though, and do they have enough? No, not nearly. They just kind of wait,
Dire's top tower
ignore
is
the
under
people in the mid lane for a little bit, and go for Ogre, who's very tanky and quite difficult to kill. Void continues to farm. He's sitting on power treads and he's working towards that Vlad's offering.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, we've got an engagement in the river. X into Torrent, Orsa lifted up in the air. He's still got enraged and I don't really see him dying right now. He's healing up a lot as well. Hasn't started yet on the attempt to Roshan. Still waiting on it, and his farm, his phase boots, Morbid Mask, and should be a Blink Dagger fairly soon. So getting some
Dire's
very
top
good farm
tower
at this
is
point in the
under
game,
attack.
and it's going to start to get a little bit scary for German 5 for a few minutes because
Dire's
Slark still needs a bit of
structures
room to
are
farm. So does the
Dire's
Medusa.
top tower is under attack.
I feel like Team Bad English, they're going to really start to dominate this game in the next few minutes, as long as they don't give up any big fights. Slark gets the deny on the tower,
Dire's top
Face
tower
with Void
has
gets
been
away though.
denied.
And Orsa is still farming the jungle. No Blink Dagger just yet. Juggernaut being very good about just dodging the Mystic Snake with his spin. Doesn't really want to take damage from it. Wants to save his regen. But Medusa has walked up here, uses the snake, and he's got basically no mana and about half health right now. So does have to be a bit careful, but he'll just go into the jungle, regen a bit, and should be completely fine. Continues to farm as well. Cat 3X, he's going to get scouted out by Kunkka. He'll smack him with his club. He says, "No! Get out of my pit! This is mine." More stacks from Tidehunter. And it did stack once again, so that's quite a bit of gold. It's 4 stacks of the
Radiant's middle
Ancients.
tower is under attack.
And he's doing good at keeping that efficiency up. All about the efficiency in Dota. If you're not farming, you're not really doing too much. Other than a whole host of other things that you could possibly be doing if you weren't farming. Ogre just walks up in mid for no reason, honestly. Just says hi to the Medusa, and well, Pone thinking about going for Nox. Oracle doesn't have the ultimate just yet. Is he going to be able to get him? No, he goes into the ultimate, and Pone
Dire's bottom
gets into
tower
the
is
trees.
under attack.
Oh, Torrent's going to be off the mark, and I don't think they know where Pone is at all. He's got another Time Walk available. Might think about going in a little bit. But he doesn't have Chronosphere anymore, and he's basically in the middle of 4 different heroes. He's just staying there for so long, being very greedy.
Dire's
He'll
middle
Time Walk
tower
away.
is under attack.
And there's going to be the Purge. The jump. Pone in a bit of trouble, has the Time Walk available. And he'll get hit by the Torrent. Not able to get out. Purifying Flames helps to finish off that kill.
Dire's structures are
Being a bit too
fortified.
far up, very far out, 4 heroes surrounding him, but he creates space for the rest of his
Dire's
team.
middle tower is under attack.
The Dire hadn't really been worrying about the Faceless Void at all prior to that, and he's managed to buy up his Vlads, and it gives room for Orsa to kill the Roshan as well, pick up the Aegis.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still waiting for the Tidehunter to pick up this Ancient stack. Lots of money for him when he decides to do that, and he'll walk over there right now.
Radiant's top
Maybe
tower
think about
is
stacking
under
it as
attack.
well. I feel like the Radiant should know about it, but they might just choose to push bottom. So Tidehunter goes over there, Get some help from Kunkka to clear the stack.
Dire's bottom tower
Those are
is
two
under
heroes you
attack.
probably wouldn't think are going to be helping each other too much.
Dire's structures are full.
And tower's almost down. Being taken very quickly. Ursa
Radiant's
pretty good at
middle
killing
tower
chest. Oh my god, he actually jumps right onto Book. Book slowed down a bit. And there's also going to be a stun for him. Not enough time for the Oracle to get the false balance off. Will use it on himself. Juggernaut's forced out the Omni Slash, and I think G is dead. I don't even think it's close. Tries to get another Purifying Flames off, but Ursa just heals up from it, and they've taken a tower. Now they're also going to scout Tidehunter. They'll stun him. Mystic Flare is going to be there doing a ton of damage. He was silenced for a little bit, but now he's going to run back in. No mana for the Ravage, and Sogard, don't really see him getting out of this one. Yep, last hit from Ursa takes care of it. And maybe they even go for the mid-tier 2 right now. Creep's in a fairly good position for it, and they have... Oh, they go for a smoke.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's see where they end up going. Void has the Invis Rune, also the Chronosphere if he needs it. But they're being a bit aimless right now. They just walk through the jungle. Nothing like
Radiant's
walking
top
through the
tower
jungle where
is
everything
under
can't
attack.
see you except for yourselves.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pone just smacking some creeps here. Team Bad English, they haven't really pushed any further on the map. I think they might have been able to after that last engagement, but with an Aegis, they should certainly be pushing now. Ursa's just going to sit there. Nearly out of Basher. So at this point, Ursa is going to hit extremely hard. Maybe he'll even get some lucky bashes off, which would really turn the fight in his favor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But everybody's just trying to get some farm. I should probably switch to net worth right now, so I'll do that. And we can also take a look at the graphs since I didn't show them to you for so long. So XP a little bit higher than 3,000 in favor of Team Bad English, and gold is closer to 7,000.
Is under attack.
It's a pretty good advantage
Radiant's
this
bottom
early in the
tower
game.
is under attack.
Top tower taking a bit of hurt from the Ursa and Faceless Void. And they take care of it pretty quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yep, another tier 2 tower this way. And with an Aegis, they might actually think about going high ground. That seems like a bit early, but with the healing ward, I don't think they have to be scared of too much. And they still have the Aegis on Ursa. Bloodlust also doing quite a bit of work. Tidehunter still has the Ravage. Boat is going to hit only onto Ursa. He'll get gushed up, X'd, right into Torrent probably. And he's taking a lot of damage from it. Has to be very wary of the Oracle. Uses the Enrage to probably try to get away. And he's just going to heal up. Might even thinking about going in right now, but this is kind of the point where they need to be getting some kind of pick off before they go for this tower. Juggernaut once again just goes for it, and he could always get picked off. Oh, Pone, he looks for the Chronosphere, but he's not going to find it, and now he's taking so much damage right underneath the Medusa and the tower. Not able to find the good Chronosphere. Now Nox trying to come in from the backside. Beast still has the Aegis. It's not expiring for quite a bit, and they might try to turn this eventually. Oh, Nox. Oh, you're in so much trouble. The Purge goes off, and he goes into the ultimate. Messy trying to get out. Ursa's got the Aegis popped. I really think he just wanted to use it. And the Beast, he's not going to be able to get very far. Nox, silence, taking a lot of magic damage. There is no way he gets out of that one. The Beast uses his Enrage, trying to run towards the east. And I think he has to go right back in, but Sogard, he is ready for him, and Anchor smashes him to death. Seeing if German 5 can find any more kills here. That fight was just the result of them not being very wary of the German 5 at all. Ursa gets his Aegis popped very early, and Void just could not find the Chronosphere, which he absolutely needed in order to have a better shot at that fight. There will be a Diffusal Blade soon for the Void. Went Vlad's into Diffusal. Seems like a pretty good build. Especially against Medusa, they need some kind of mana burn to do a bit more damage to her.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
And we've got a tower denied. But, well, it doesn't really help you when there's a Chronosphere dropped on the Slark. False Promise is going to get used, and he absolutely needs to use the ultimate, and he does immediately after the Chronosphere, or his silence duration was done. Pwn trying to get out. Nox will chase him down. There's going to be X back into Torrent, and he'll get picked up into the air. Now Pwn has to try to get away. Messi gets gone on by the Slark, and Slark easily going to find that kill. Pwn might be able to get away. While all this is happening, the split push comes in top. Ogre doing as much as he can just to push out the lane. Maybe they even find something else. Pwn, he's invisible. Sees a couple of heroes there. And he'll start putting the hits on him. Trying to look for some bashes. X gets used by Kunkka. And Oracle, very good tool for making sure that the void time durations get purged off pretty quickly. Orsa's still farming up right now. Blink Dagger and a Basher. Hasn't gone for finishing his lifesteal item at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And we'll
attack.
just go down the bottom trying to stop the push. Nox is ready with the Shadow Blade and 1700 gold. A lot of these heroes have a
Dire's
bit of
middle
farm,
tower is
and
under
it's less than
attack.
20 minutes into the game. Always nice to be able to see how people can farm up the heroes and get items as fast as possible. So we'll just watch the wonderful Orsa farming. Nox should have his Echo Blade, Echo Saber fairly soon. Orsa isn't up just yet, or Roshan isn't up just yet. Pwn, very aggressive time walk over the cliff towards the Ancients. Wants to do a bit of farming here, and he has some good damage. Doesn't have to do too much to worry. He does have the Chronosphere as well. Right now, Team Bad English, they push on the top for a little bit, but they just need to kind of find their foothold in the dire side base. They need to be able to take a tower, break the high ground. Right now, they just have a very big advantage.
Radiant's
Net worth
top
taken
tower
down a
is
bit,
under
but
attack.
and actually XP, not an advantage at all. But it still feels like they're in control of this game. Medusa's items, she's at Dragonlance and Yasha, which is fine, gives her some survivability, but not really feeling it too well, honestly. Maybe the Kunkka gets picked off here. Faceless Void comes out from the trees. He's still got Bloodlust, takes a little bit of damage away from Boof. Boof decides to go in, but he's been diffusal bladed up, and there's no chance for a Torrent. Pwn just goes right for him. Nice false promise from Oracle to make sure that Boof stays alive. Tidehunter Ravage gets used. Pwn, a lot of damage from it, needs to use a Time Walk. Will Time Walk into the trees. Ogre will take the fall for this one, and Torrent not there. Another Time Walk available. He's just going right for the Tidehunter to know, and he'll back up. Just TP away. Look at all these Jug Illusions going right for the Ancients. Doing very well at taking them down. Scouted out earlier by the Void and taken by the carry. Some good teamwork there and communication.
I'll take that as tribute.
Maybe we're gearing up for another fight here. Pwn is ready, doesn't have the Chronosphere though, and they go over to the side. Medusa manages to get the Stone Gaze off, and look at the damage, just absolutely wrecked her. Skywrath Mage even plops down the ultimate to make sure that the Medusa dies. Down for 50 seconds, no Stone Gaze when she gets back up. And Certified G, is there going to be a bash? No, because he gets picked up with the Torrent. Very, very possible that there could have been a
Dire's
kill
middle
there.
tower is under attack.
And Roshan's up once again. This will be the second Roshan of the game, as we're only 22 minutes in. And it will go the way of the Radiant. Juggernaut will pick up the Aegis. He'll stay alive for a bit longer. Manta Style and Diffusal Blade on him, so lots of mana burning that could really hurt the Medusa. And you could tell that it did in the last fight. Just a lot of the feedback damage from Diffusal. Definitely super effective against Medusa. Orse is building up a BKB. I guess there are a few things that he does need to be careful of, namely the Kunkka, the Tidehunter, and the Oracle. But all have skills that can really hurt him without the BKB, so he's building that up right now, kind of fortifying his defenses, making it so it's much more difficult to try to attack him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Orsa about 15 gold away from the BKB, and at that point the Radiant might think about fighting a little bit more. Shadowblade popped by Slark, just doing some scouting, finds the double damage rune. Medusa will bottle it though. Not a bad person to have a double damage rune, and well, smoke gets used. Nox looking for the next try at a Shadowblade initiation. He's at 7 seconds away. Maybe we have a bit of an engagement mid. The Beast uses the Enrage. He might have to turn around fairly soon, but the Ravage gets used, and the Beast taking so much damage from the Slark. Slark essence shifting the crap out of him. Azul, he's going to put the Omni Slash down. False Promise is used to help him get away. Also make him a bit faster, but it doesn't really seem to me like Nox. Oh, Nox manages to heal enough. It's Oracle's a pretty good hero to use with Slark since his passives give some extra health regeneration. Very useful when an Oracle ults you to be able to just pop that ultimate and get back up to full health. Although it is a little bit of overkill sometimes. But I'm pretty sure that Slark does like to kill people and probably has no qualms about it being overkill or not. A whale flashes its tail at the Radiant side, but the illusions keep pushing. Probably should be looking at items right now. Aether Lens for Kunkka, as if his initiation range weren't long enough. There's a Veil on Skywrath. A bit more tanky, some more damage. Definitely a great pickup for him. And I guess Slark is working towards a Basher of his own. Yeah, Ogre continues to be doing Ogre things, throwing out slows and damages, ignites. Not a very fun hero to play against. It's going to be a smoke. Immediately broken by Bad Boy. Decided that Ancients were much more enthralling than going and trying to kill the enemy team. Thinking they find the Orsa here. Slark is ready to go. So is Oracle. Looking for the stun, looking for the slow. He's going to go over to the trees. What does he see? Oh, he sees the Oracle and decides to go right for it. He'll use the BKB. He'll get a bash off, but this is an Orsa going for a support. Doesn't really seem likely to me that, in fact, he hasn't even killed her. Juggernaut comes into the party. He joins it. X goes out onto the Beast. The Beast, he's kept there for a little bit. Does not want to get turned to stone, but it doesn't really matter. Gush will finish him off. Now we've got a beautiful 3-man Chronosphere from the Faceless Blade with perfect positioning. Bad Boy, he's out of mana. He's out of life. He's getting gone. Book, there's going to be a stun from Ogre Magi, keeping him in place. That's 4 down for 2. German 5, they get right back into this one after a little bit of a lull. And now they can keep pushing down the bottom lane. And backdoor protection for a little bit, but they have Bloodlust on the creeps, they have Bloodlust on themselves, and they take down the tower very quickly, and maybe they even decide to go a step further and try to take the tier 3.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, they just go right in on it, forcing out the 4-5. Oracle is back in 3 seconds. Medusa forced to use her buyback, but I'm not even sure if it stops this push. They're just taking the tier 3 tower, and they don't have too many cares in the world. Tidehunter goes in. Oh, Pwn, he's being super aggressive. He's trying to take the mana away from Oracle. She'll Fate's Edict herself, also try to heal up. The Ravage does hit, and Pwn, he might have gone a bit too far. He'll time walk forward, being very aggressive on the G. Certified G. He might have gotten X'd. Pwn goes into the trees. He's got 4 seconds left. The Torrent on the mark. Kunkka finds the kill. Also, Slark being Where was
that as
Slark?
tribute.
He just went over to mid and found the Skywrath Mage. So it's kind of the same story as before for the Bad English Gaming. They tried to go high ground and just couldn't really finish it off against German 5.
Invisibility.
Yeah, Ogre's just gonna sit here, waiting for his chance at glory. Ursa's ready. He's gonna come in from the side, hoping for a bash on Nox, and he will get it. Oracle not even close to being able to help there. Was over on the side a little bit. Unfortunately, just caught out. And Slark could not survive there. Now he's down for 60 seconds with no buyback. The Radiant should just push in the mid lane and maybe even get any more if they can. So that's the last outer remaining tower dying, and the Beast, he's ready. He's ready to just go ham in the dollar store all over everybody. Zoo, he's got in X'd up, and he'll go for the racks. Tidehunter a little bit far up, doesn't want to get hit by a Skywrath Mage at all. But Ursa, he doesn't care. He goes right for Book. Book in so much trouble. He's trying to turn around a little bit, but this Kunkka is in a load of hurt. So is Bad Boy. Bad Boy taking down. He's down for 74 seconds. And the first racks of the game, it goes the way of Team Bad English. And they might even be thinking about a little bit of something else. Just go for the tier 3 in mid. They don't even have creeps for it. They're being brought along by the Heavy, the Faceless Void. They've taken down nearly 2 sets of racks. Medusa's still down for 50. Maybe they even go for the full racksing. Be pretty cool. 3 racks in 1 fell swoop for Team Bad English. Use Fortify in one last effort to try to stall this push, but that is it. And the Mega Creeps belong to Team Bad English. And of course, after taking all the wrecks, you TP back to base. You don't give the other team a chance to kill you. And Dusa locks the game or rather Skywrath locks the game a little bit away in the base. Ursa's still farming the towers. He got one, he blinks away. And now German 5, they seem to think that it's a little bit safer for them to try to go for some kills. At least some kills of the creeps. I highly doubt that German 5 are going to be able to hold the base against this onslaught of megas. Maybe they're going to be able to anchor smash it to death, but I really don't think that's going to happen. Blink Dagger and 4 staff for our boy. We're just waiting for these items. The one thing that the Radiant are waiting on is just items for some reason. Just waiting on the high ground, seeing if they can catch anyone out. Maybe someone wants to buy something from the secret shop. You can see how far back these supports are being, just all the way back in the base. They do not want to get caught out at all. Slark is just hanging out there like a fishing man that he is. Maybe half the team has given up as well. And here they come down the middle lane. Main Mega Creeps and all of the Radiant side. Just ready to go all over these tier 4s, and don't think that G Unit are going to be able to do too much. Chrono ends up hitting on the 2. The Beast, he's not even watching the Medusa, but he is over to the side. Ravage gets used, but it doesn't hit the Beast at all. He's still doing very well with his BKB. Nox looking for some kills, but while all this is happening, the creeps are mercilessly hitting the tier 4 tower. Nox really wants to get something done with his Slark, but it's just not been his game at all. Ursa runs up. Cat 3x, he's inside the base, but it doesn't matter. GG gets called, and Team Bad English, they win game number 1 of the best of 5 set, so they'll have the 1 game advantage as we move on. And we can, I guess, take a look at the end of game score screen here. Look at the scoreboard, there you go. Some very cool things. I was really happy that they add this to the game. So there's your new score screen, and as you can see, Team Bad English, they just had so much of an advantage by the end. Zhu goes for the Scotty on Juggernaut. Very good farming from him, and Where are my item timings? Here are my item timings. So yeah, I just farmed up extremely quickly and ended up getting a 15-minute Manta style. That's some ridiculous stuff from him. Anyway, Team Bad English win game number 1, and we'll be moving on to game number 2 in just a few moments. Stick around, guys, and stay classy. It's going to be a lot of fun and a rough ride. Cheers.